Hey everyone!
Hey, good morning.
Welcome back to another ship tour.
Yes, we have a ship highlight tour on the Carnival Freedom. The Carnival Freedom is an older ship on the Carnival fleet, and it actually came out in 2007.
Yeah.
So it was actually refurbished recently on 2023, and it's actually planned to go in dry dock, I believe, in 2026 to fix the whale tail. So this is one of the only ships in the fleet that has something different about it. And I'll let Ryan tell you about it.
Yeah, so there were actually two fires in the whale tail that caused enough damage to where they ended up having to basically just take it off and do a straight stack because the dry dock needed to actually fix it was going to cancel too many cruises. So they did keep that in mind and did minor repairs to get it through until the next major dry dock that's going to happen in 2026. So Mel and I are looking forward to this one. We actually cruised on the Freedom in 2011, so 14 years ago. And like Mel just said, it went through a refurb in 2023. So we're looking to, forward to see the changes. So strap up your shoes
and let's go.
We're going to head out on this highlight tour. All right, everybody. Welcome. As soon as you step on the ship, you will be on deck 3. Now, right off to the right on deck 3 is your guest services. This is where you can come should you need any assistance with really anything on board. You have your main atrium here. There is the main atrium bar. You can't go anywhere on any cruise ship without a bar. Now as well, we do have the big entrance here and an open atrium that goes up several decks with the glass elevators. Now also off of this main atrium area, you're going to see what is called the Dream Studio. So this is where you can go to get photographs and set up for any kind of studio sessions. And then right across from the Dream Studio is Carnival Adventures. This is your shore excursion desk. So if you have not already booked a shore excursion, you can come here and take care of your needs. Let's take one more look at that atrium. Just beautiful. All right, onward. We are on deck 4 and we are taking a look at the Posh restaurant. So these are one of your main dining rooms. So as we continue, you can see there are a variety of table styles. You have booths that can fit 4. You have tables in the center that can fit 2. And as we get closer to that big old aft, you got big old tables to complement that aft. So you can see back here, we've got tables that can accompany 10 as well as 8. Now this is a 2-story restaurant, as you can tell. So you'll just have to check where your assigned table is. So this is the Habana Bar. It used to be the internet cafe and or cigar lounge back in the day. Yep. So you can see back from the ode of cigars, you have cigar chairs here right at the bar. But it's now just another venue for music. Again, another option for you to try to reserve for a group if needed. You're gonna have different drinks and bars here. And just check your fun times for the types of events that will be going on. Next up is Club O2. This is gonna be your teenagers. So a lot of times they'll use this to hang out for a little bit, play a couple of games, or as a meeting spot, and then they're going to go out and hang out on the ship. And there you go, Club O2. We are now in the Chic dining room. So this is your secondary dining room. This is midship. And so an update from earlier, the Posh dining room that we have seen already, that is actually all set dining on both top and bottom. And here in the Chic dining is going to be your anytime dining. Now, right now, the curtains are closed, but you can open it up and actually get some natural light. But it is super hot right now, so I'm sure they're keeping that closed to maintain the cool atmosphere here in the Chic dining room. And now we are heading back into the main atrium area, heading towards the front of the ship. All right, next up is another kids venue. This is Circle C, ages 12 to 14. Again, you can see there are little screens here where they can watch movies, potentially play some video games. No. Looks like there's lots of seats here that they can sit around and hang out. Nice little TV for them to watch some shows together. Also looks like there's areas to sit in the window sill for them to chill out. So Carnival definitely has a lot of different places for various age groups to be entertained. That's why they're the family fun ship. Now right outside of O2 is another Pixels gallery area. So this is where you would come to check out your pictures. And it looks like here on the Freedom, it is still printed for you to look at and browse through. And you can also get digital copies should you need it. All right, continuing on, we are in the library. So this is actually an area that is starting to disappear on the newer ships. But here on the Freedom, they still do have this. This is where you can borrow a few books to read while you're on here. It's a couple of board games that you can play. This is actually a nice quiet area to come hang out. And since this is Carnival Freedom, we have a copy of the Declaration of Independence. Continuing at the front of Deck 4.
And of course everyone's turning back because there was actually a sales event already happening in the main theater. But because I love you guys, I snuck up there to get some video with my iPhone, so at least you can see what the theater looks like. And here you go. The theater does go from Deck 3 to Deck 5 with multi-tiered seatings. These are the older style ones that are all bench seats instead of individual seats though. As you can see, there are a couple of silver poles. There are going to be a few areas that'll have some obstructed views, but for the most part, a very nice and large theater. Okay, onward.
All right, we are on Deck 5. So Deck 5 starts a lot of your community areas. So we have the fun shops. This is where you're going to go to get all of your Carnival logo merchandise. As we move up, you can see it's a pretty big area here. Now in the main atrium area, right up from the fun shops, is the Heroes Tribute Bar. So again, this is dedicated to those who have served. It also doubles as a sports bar. Lots of good memorabilia in here. If you have not attained one of the Salute to Service parades, it's a really cool thing to see where they pay homage to those who have served throughout the years and throughout the many wars and conflicts. Also, if you buy some of the souvenir glasses here, they do donate some of that to help the armed forces and services. And you can also see they use a lot of the phonetic alphabet to have the drinks, and most of the drinks are going to be named after different branches of service. As we continue outside of the Heroes Tribute Lounge, we are going to come into the casino. So if you're looking to win some money, then you can come out here and gamble to your heart's content. Now the casino is set up with your table games in the center, and it is ringed by several rows of slot machines on either side. Looks like we do have some roulette, gonna have some blackjack, heads up, hold'em, and there is one craps table all the way at the end. But primarily, you are looking at slot machines. And of course, no casino is complete without a bar. And we do have a little stage here as well where you generally can hear some live music throughout your cruise, whether it's a solo guitarist or someone playing piano, violins. Yes, trivia a lot here in this area too. So as we continue to move forward, we have another Carnival Adventures setup where you can buy some more Carnival logo merchandise. Java Blue Cafe. This is your upgraded specialty coffee.
And also at the Java Blue Cafe, you do have some upgraded additional cost snackies. Ooh, that looks good. Oh, wow. My mouth is watering. Okay, onward.
Now, as we continue on, we do have the Red Frog Pub. So this is where they have their own brew. You have bites to eat, as well as different brew concoctions. They will also have live music available here as well. And in the back, we do have some foosball, as well as shuffleboard, tabletop shuffleboard, I should say. And it looks like there are some darts in the back corner. Also looks like they have a couple of cornhole games that will be set up occasionally. It's a very cool place to come hang out if you're looking for that party vibe. All right, continuing up from the Red Frog Pub, we're gonna head to some more bars as well as more entertainment venues. All right, next up is the Warehouse. This is going to be your arcade. So you have some games of chance here. And as you continue to the back, it'll start turning more into arcade style games. Now you can set up your kids with a daily limit so they can come and play to their heart's content, and then they can end up getting that hard stop so you don't come back with $2,000. And this is a cool one here. This is a virtual reality roller coaster. So that might be something interesting. Next up is the 70s nightclub. So if you're looking for the crystal ball, disco ball, shake your booty, then come to the 70s nightclub. There are definitely disco balls all around here. So I'm sure this place is hopping at night. Now, of course, with the lack of seats in here, you probably are going to want to get here early if you want to scope out and people watch versus dance in the middle of the dance floor. Right up from the 70s nightclub, you're going to have the Alchemy Bar. So this is where you can come to get special concoctions and put their mixologists to the test. Now, I've had one of the cucumber martinis with burnt rosemary, and it was very, very tasty. And you can also do a martini tasting, $30, and you'll get 4 mini martinis. As we continue on, we're going to be looking at Scott's Piano Bar. So this is your piano bar where you can get in here and sing along with a piano specialist.
Are you sure this is the piano bar? I think we're in the wrong spot.
I think it's a piano bar.
I mean, the pianos on the ceiling are like a dead giveaway.
Really? This is the organ bar. Now, this is also an area that as long as you contact Carnival ahead of time, you might be able to reserve this for a private function. But again, that is something you need to do ahead of time. You can't just get on the ship and then try to take it over and try to have it closed, I should say, for a private function. So if you need a private space, contact them early for your group. See if you can get set up here at the piano bar. All right, next up is the International Lounge. So this is where you will see a lot of live music, as well as the comedy club on this style ship. And here's a blast from the past. They used to have the Platinum and Diamond Pass guest parties in this lounge. However, there are so many nowadays that it has to be held in the main theater most of the time. Yeah, it is special to note that in this one, the tabletops are glass instead of solid. So it's very possible karaoke is here as well. But you'll have to check because sometimes they'll rotate based on available venues. Next up is your Swingtime Bar. So this is another venue that is set up for music as well as dancing. And this is another venue that if you need a private function for a group, you can try to reach out to Carnival customer service ahead of time and see if you can schedule the use of the room. Lots of seats in this one with small round tables to accommodate drinks. Man, that's a tiny chair.
I see that.
I know we're not in the main theater, but I can tell you, not robust friendly, at least facing the bar.
Right?
It, let's be honest, it barely holds my patootie woody.
It holds a leg.
It holds a leg and a cheek.
And a cheek.
All right, let's continue. Onward.
All right, we are on deck 9 now. So on Carnival, you have one side that is even numbers, and on the other side it's odd numbers. So we're on Carnival, you have port side, which is the even numbers. Starboard is the right side.
And I'm going to pop in because she didn't finish her thought. On Carnival, that will be the odd numbers.
And we are heading into the Lido Marketplace. So this is going to be part of your main cruise fare. This is your buffet style meal. Right as we enter from the Lido area, you can see we have the Mongolian wok, which is super popular. Freshly made stir fry. As we continue on, you'll see there'll be multiple stations. You've got a salad station. You'll have a rotisserie station. Plenty of seats spread out. As we continue to head on, here's another little known fact of some of the options here on Carnival. There is the Deli Artisan Eats, where you can get both hot and cold cut sandwiches. A very good alternative to the regular buffet lines, should you wish to experience that. We also have officially the Comfort Kitchen. Now over here is the Carvery. So as you can see, there's lots of different sweet options. And then right above us, which will be there in a moment, is the access to the old-fashioned barbecue place, which we'll show you in a moment. But again, this is your main buffet here, and it'll switch throughout the cruise. Also back here on the one day of the cruise, there will be a secret chocolate fountain bar. So you'll have to keep your eyes open on the fun times for that if you like chocolate. All right, so right up from the Lido Marketplace on deck 9, you have deck 10, which is your secret squirrel entrance to the old fashioned barbecue.
Hi, how are you?
Morning, morning.
You look bored, so we came to see you.
Yeah, we came to see you. This is our jam.
What do we got?
So as you can see here, there are sides you can get. Mac and cheese, potato salad, scratch-made slaw, molasses baked beans.
All right, let's check out the sauce.
Now, once you get your meal, you have a mixing of Guy Fieri barbecue sauce.
I'm gonna get this one.
Brown sugar, Kansas City, spicy sriracha, and Carolina barbecue. Now me, I like my sugar sweet and savory sloppy saucy. We are gonna sample some of the barbecue here from the old-fashioned barbecue. Again, this is on deck 10, as you saw, up above the Lido Marketplace. There are stairs by the big Statue of Liberty. So I have the beef, and then we have a little bit of the molasses baked beans, scratch coleslaw, mac and cheese, and potato salad. And now let's take you over to Mel and see what she's having.
I'm having the exact same thing that Ryan is, minus the beef and adding the chicken. And the sauce I got was the bourbon, the sweet one, the bourbon sweet. I don't remember the exact word.
Oh yes, I should say I got the bourbon brown sugar sweet as well. Okay, so we are going to try the maple baked beans. It's good. It's got okay flavor. I don't have a lot of beans in mine though. Mine's mainly like pulled pork in there.
What?
The beans themselves has,
Oh.
to me, it feels like it's more pork than beans itself. But it's still good.
Mac and cheese is good.
All right, so let's try that mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is good. Mine's a little cold, but it has been sitting here for a few minutes, so that's probably that. Try the coleslaw. As long as it's a mayo-based coleslaw. I don't like the vinegar-based. It's good. I still like my Sonny's barbecue or KFC better. It's a little sweeter, but it's still good. And then we'll try the potato salad. And these are big old potato wedges.
It's good. It's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, we found you.
I would say out of all 4 of the sides, the potato salad's my favorite. And then let's go ahead and try, at least in my case, I've got the beef brisket with the brown sugar sauce on it.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Now they're everywhere. Now if you want to hire,
That is good. And this, the maple sauce, at least for my taste buds, also feels like it has just a little hint of spice to it. It's like a sweet and spicy kind of sauce. Very, very good. So we're going to finish this up, and then we'll come back and we'll test a couple of desserts for you. All right, so we finished the barbecue lunch. I thought it was pretty darn good. What did you think?
I liked it. I like it. So if you don't want to fight the crowds first day, come upstairs to deck 10 and try the barbecue, the chicken, and the brisket.
Yep, it was very, very good.
You got drinks up here, and it's a little bit quieter.
All right, so we are going to flip this around and we are going to test some desserts. We got a few different ones off of the buffet. So let's take a look at what we got here. All right, so tell us what we got there, babe.
We have German chocolate cake, and we have a s'mores
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Is it peanut butter or s'mores? It's
S'mores peanut butter.
S'mores peanut butter. And of course, we got to try the chocolate chip cookies.
Yep.
And I have no idea. Sponge?
It was a citrus sponge cake with buttercream icing.
Okay, pass. We'll try this one.
One you get on sale away.
German chocolate cake.
The funfetti is only served on sail away day.
Well, there you go. The funfetti cheesecake is only served on sail away. But we didn't get that one this time.
Yeah. This is pretty this got moist to it, so it's pretty good.
So
It's not
moist
dried out.
chocolate cake. When you like that, make sure you leave me some to taste as well.
Okay.
This
This one I like better.
All right, next up.
It's not overwhelming. The peanut. Actually, I'm gonna do another one.
Of course, you need to double taste it just to make sure, right?
Sure, her taste buds is right.
Let me cleanse my palate.
I still like it.
All right, cookie. Cookie test.
Chocolate chip cookie.
Nice and soft. Pretty good. It's really good.
All right, and then last but not least, this one we haven't seen before, so I wanted to give it a try, which is the citrus sponge cake with buttercream icing.
We don't even ask the shipping time, like,
It's okay. I don't like the frosting, but I'm not a frosting
I know
girl.
you're not a frosting girl.
So Ryan might like it, but my favorite is the peanut butter.
Then let me get a bite before it disappears.
Okay.
It's gonna disappear.
Now, we technically are up on deck 10, but before we get too far on 10, we're going to pop back down to 9 and show you a few things on the main Lido.
So we're on deck 9, and this is where you can get the Blue Iguana Cantina. This is, again, another free option for you here on the ship. I must say, their breakfast burritos are to die for. Lunch is not bad either. All right, also on deck 9 across from the Blue Iguana is Guy's Burger. So come on over here and try a nice Guy's Smash Burger. My favorite is the pig patty. Lots of bacon, bacon, bacon. And then once you get your burger, obviously you can come grab yourself some toppings, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce, lettuce, tomatoes, and all the other fun toppings you can think of. The Lido deck, the sail away party, the pool parties, the belly flop contest, the sun, the tequila bar, the rum bar, the beer bar, the place where you can do wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble. And it looks like Carnival has officially changed their towels. They're not solid blue. They're now blue with red stripes.
All right, let's head back up to deck 10.
We are on deck 10. So we are out here just above the Lido pool deck. So on our left, you can see the good old water slides. As we look straight ahead, there's that whale tail that's missing the iconic crossbar on the top. Now, as we move onward, you can see there is multi-tier decks for soaking in the sun. Got the whirlpool. We have the main pool. Now, as we continue on, you're going to see the splash zone. This is the little kiddie area. You can go in there and get a bucket of water dumped on you. There are complimentary life jackets down on deck 9 for the little ones.
As we continue on deck 10, you can see there are plenty of lounge chairs that overlook 9. And our final look, Lido deck, 10 and 9. All right, let's head inside. Onward.
All right, we are continuing here on deck 10, and we are heading towards the aft, and we are walking in to our nice steakhouse, the Sun King Steakhouse, which is different from the Fahrenheit 555. So as you can see, as we walk around, lots of different areas to sit, and you have a very good atmosphere in here. It looks like a lot of gold and red trim. And as you come into the central atrium, if you will, of the steakhouse, You are wrapped with Venetian paintings, it looks like. And one amazing chandelier. All right, so here we are at the aft of deck 10. On both sides, there's a little covered staircase that will take you down to deck 9. And we'll go down there, I'm sure, to see a little bit more, but we are now overlooking the back deck 9. There's another pool here, and there are 2 hot tubs as well. All right, onward. We are on deck 11, and we are at the aft of deck 11. This is the beginning of the sports square area. So you can see back here, we do have our little putt-putt course. This is free of charge. Just need to come snag yourself a little putt-putt golf ball and club. Also, a nice little look at the whale tail. Great views from up here. All right, let's continue towards the front of deck 11. All right, as we are continuing on deck 11, we have our multi-sports deck area. See here that we do have a basketball court on one side and potentially, I can't tell from this angle, pickleball maybe on the other side? Yes, pickleball. I can see it now officially. So there is a pickleball on the other side. And now again, we are overlooking deck 10 and 9 in the central area. And we have a better view of the pickleball. Mel and I said we're gonna try that on our next cruise. It's tennis for people who can't move as fast and as accurate, which is all me. All right, we are on deck 11 and we are in the signature spa. So this is where you can come to get pampered. Good morning. So as we continue to the left, you're going to see a room on your left, which is your welcome area. This is where you're kind of hanging out, waiting for your treatment. As we continue on, of course, there's going to be a little area for you to look at the different spa products. Now, ladies, close your eyes. We're going into the men's locker room. This ain't Chippendale. This is more like Uncle Bubba and Cousin Bo. So obviously the men and the women do have separate areas, and there is a steam room and sauna in each side, as well as shower capabilities. So on this class ship, since there's not a Cloud 9 spa that generally has an upcharge, you can come in here and use these facilities free of charge. So there's your entrance to your shower area. And then on our left, we are going to see the dry sauna as well as the wet steam room. Nice place to come and relax. Now again, we are on the gentleman's side. You will have a mirrored sauna and steam room on the ladies' side as well. Now, as we continue out of the locker room, we're going to take a look here at a treatment room. So this is going to be a shower, and then this is set up for a couples massage. There are going to be a variety of treatments, you know, seaweed wraps, sugar and salt scrubs, bamboo, hot aromatherapy stones, deep tissue, lots of different treatments you can choose from. And then finally, you are making it into the gymnasium itself. As you can see, we do have some recumbent bikes. We also have stationary bikes. And then you've got a ring of treadmills that's facing out the front of the ship. So again, as you can see, plenty of treadmills here that look out the front of the ship so you can feel like you're running on water. And then there's a secondary run of multiple elliptical machines. Right behind the elliptical machines is an enclosed glass room. That's where they would do Pilates and spin classes. Generally, that's going to be an upcharge, even though the gym itself does not cost anything. And then you're going to have your weight systems over here. A lot of different resistance machines. All culminating over here to the right with your free weights. So next up, we're taking a walk through the ladies' facility. So as you can see, there is a mirrored bathroom, as we mentioned, with showers and more treatment rooms. And I must say, this one has nicer seats. What's up with that? Guys, we have a wooden bench. Ladies have plush, comfy chairs.
This was more worth it.
Mm-hmm.
We're worth it.
Mm-hmm. I told you it was Uncle Bo. All right, next up, we're gonna cut through the salon area. So this would be pretty much a full service salon. You can do pedicures here. You're gonna have your manicure area. You can get your hair cuts, your hair colored, styled, cut. There's your little pedicure. Little individual treatment rooms for some of their de-aging processes and stuff like that.
And that wraps up the spa, salon, and fitness center. Time to head up to deck 12 and bring this tour to a close. Onward!
We are on deck 12 and we are taking a look at Serenity Deck. Now the Serenity Deck is an adult only area, and on Carnival, adults are considered 21 and older. And yes, 21 and older. 21 and older. Let me say that one more time. 21 and older. So please don't be that person who goes and says you have someone who's 20 years old and very mature and they're going to turn 21 in 5 months and can they get into the Serenity area. It is 21 and older, adult only, in the Serenity area.
Hey, is it 21 and older?
It is 21 and older. Now, I say that because I monitor John Heald's website, and you would not believe the number of guests that post on there wanting special privileges and special accommodations because someone's in the military, which, yes, you know, we absolutely appreciate the sacrifice, or someone's got a disability, or they're, quote, very mature for their age. And I mean, it's simple. It's 21. So we do have 2 levels of Serenity Deck. So we just saw the bottom area. We're going to go up 1 deck. So technically, well, this is probably considered deck 14 since 13 is an unlucky number. But up here is where you'll see your hot tub and more loungers. And this is mirrored on the other side, so you're going to have 2 hot tubs. Now, this is not a Loft 19, so all of these are first come, first serve, no additional cost, and no reservations. All right, continuing on deck 12, we are in the Camp Carnival area. We have Dr. Seuss's Booksville. So let's go take a look here. You're going to have shark, ages 9 to 11, stingrays, 6 to 8, penguins, 2 to 5, and turtles, ages 1 and under. Now, each area will be broken into age-appropriate activities. There's a quick view of our penguin area. Now, here's an important thing to know as well. Carnival is very, very cognizant on specialty needs, so they do have sensory bags available. All right, continuing on. Again, this is one of our areas for the little ones. This one's got a little Kennedy Space Center theme. And we have, again, another kids area for a little bit older generation here now. Tables for them to sit and crafts, sink to wash up. And then we're going to have another lounge area here for the older kids. Now this one is set up, as you can tell, as pretty much a gaming room. So if your kids cannot unplug, there will be some options here for them to keep their gaming on. And here's a little list of the Nintendo games here that they have available. All right, and we have wrapped back around to Dr. Seuss's Bookville. So again, a nice area here with lots of Dr. Seuss books, multiple copies. Come in here and read to your youngins, or let your youngins read to you. Take a look at a book, and when you're done, return the fun. I'm a poet, didn't know it. I want green ham, or green eggs and ham. Yes, I am, Sam, I am. I will cook it in a pan and eat it with some jam.
And last but not least, they do have a Build-A-Bear option for the kiddos. It is an upcharge, but fun to do.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this highlight tour of the Carnival Freedom.
Yes. It was interesting to see the ship after so many years. We traveled on it, like Ryan said, back in 2011, and it was refurbished recently in 2023. So, and there are probably plans for another dry dock coming up soon to address the whale tail. And it was great to see all the updates that they did. Some of the venues were updated, and some of the decor was updated. It's still a little bit a dark feel in this ship compared to what we've seen recently. So, and that's to be expected in these older ships. But if you're looking for a good price point, this is an ideal ship to travel on. And if you need help on booking travel, you can always reach out to your friendly travel advisors, Ryan and Mel. So yes.
Absolutely. So if you're looking to help the channel continue to grow, consider becoming a member. You can click that join button below to find out more.
Yes, and if you want to get notified on more ship tours and room tours, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get notified when they drop, because we have a tendency to put them out there ahead of time so you have plenty of time to know when they're coming up.
Yep. Thank you guys so much. As always, we'll see you next time on
Scenic Route.
Bye.